Welcome to the Mars Full Moon Meditation. Taking some deep breaths to settle your energies. Calling all of your energies into your core, any scattered energies, spiraling them in, calling them in, personality, thoughts, the doings of the day and the day to come, letting that go and coming into your core and breathing into your heart space. Focusing on the threefold flame within your heart, the pink, the blue, the golden flame. And as you focus on this beautiful heart flame, with your breath and intention, it increases in size, creating a sphere of heart energy, and with each breath it continues to expand until it reaches 6 feet in all directions. Sitting in your own heart sphere, heart temple. Expanding the base of this sphere down now to the center of Mother Gaia, connecting your heart to her heart. Soaking and saturating the base of your pillar from your heart to Mother Earth's heart. And receiving from her as you breathe in, and her energy fills the base of your chakras. All of your chakras, now sending this energy out through your crown chakra, all the way to source. Connecting with source, feeling the source energy fill your pillar, coming down through your energy bodies, your full heart space, and anchoring your pillar all the way into Mother Earth's heart. Alchemizing your heart energy, Mother Earth's heart energy with source. Breathing up and down your pillar now, breathing in and up to source, breathing out and down to Mother Earth, breathing in and up to source, and out and down to Mother Earth. Breathing in and up to source, and out and down to Mother Earth. Feel the cleansing of your field, the recalibrating, the realigning back to self. We ask for the angels, the archangels, the Ascended Masters and the Karmic Board to merge deeply and fully with us now through all dimensions of our fields. We ask for our God presences, our guides, and our ascension councils to work in harmonious group consciousness together, so the highest of the highest of the highest will be shown here today for all of us in our here and now. We ask for a temple of Mother Gaia grounding to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our field. We ask for a temple of divine union to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our field. And finally, calling on a God Presence communion temple to anchor and activate through all dimensions of our fields. Feel, see, know now all the frequencies moving through your field, creating these divine temples, weaving, braiding, allowing your frequency to move higher and higher as you sit in the God Presence Communion Temple, connecting your heart, your brow and your sacral chakras with the crystal at the center of the God Presence Communion Temple. Sending and receiving energy now to calibrate with, resonate with this crystal, this energy, this temple.
A large sphere encapsulates the inside of the temple. Feel this energy, connect with this energy. It is a group Merkaba brought here by the Mars emissaries to guide us all on a journey to Mars, on the inner realms. And as you relax now, the sphere, the group Merkaba, starts the travel to Mars. Letting go of any preconceived notions, any thoughts, any limiting emotions, just hand them over to your team for transformation now. And keep dropping deeper into your core. As we arrive on Mars, simply run your pillar through the core of Mars to the core of Gaia, up again through the core of Mars, through your higher chakras to Source, back down again through the core of Mars to the core of Gaia. This will really assist you to stabilize your energies here in this realm. Okay, as we arrive now, setting up your pillar to Mars, to Gaia. Then back up through Mars to Source. The many Mars emissaries form a large circle around all souls present and start transmitting very beautiful high frequency energies to assist you to open your field a little bit more, to be able to receive today's journey a little bit deeper. And you are reminded that it is your presence that has brought you here. It is your spirit, your presence that is in full control of this session. And with that knowledge, you can surrender deeply to receiving these energies. Get a sense of your surroundings as well. And as we are still in the large group Merkaba, the Mars emissaries explain that what surroundings you see will depend fully on you, because each and every one of you will see different things, depending on the history you have and the future you hold with the Mars energies, the Mars realm. Allow yourself to take some of this information in now. Allow your spirit to bring you more of you. And feel how a small part of the full veil that is present in your earthly incarnation is lifted to reveal a little more of your Mars connection. Some of you will be taken on separate mini journeys. Others will receive downloads or special keys and codes for your chakras. And a very deep core for all of you in today's session and transmission is the understanding that it is Spirit that is driving your timeline forth at the moment, and that the field is very turbulent. There is a lot changing, and the speed of change is increasing. Timelines are shifting fast, and the analogy of a river comes up, offered to you by the Mars emissaries in your spirit, where your spirit is a boat and there's a beautiful slipstream behind the boat. But there's a lot of debris in the river. There's a lot of distraction in the river. There's a lot of ways for you to get stuck or distracted, moved onto different flows. And so a core part of today's session is to line you up beautifully with your spirit slipstream, which will move you through all of this debris and distractions powerfully, keep you on track with your highest potential timeline through all these turbulent energetics. And so a first phase within this Merkaba temple that is now gently starting to transform into a temple space here on Mars is the first phase of a download that your spirit would like to name the Slipstream download. With a little bit of a wink and a smile, start receiving this now through your higher chakras as it runs through all of your energy bodies, and then ground it through the core of Mars to the core of Gaia. Starting this first phase in 3, 2, 1 now. Many of you will get images, senses, ideas. Spirit will communicate with you where there has been some danger of distraction, of you missing some points on your ideal timeline, where choices need to be made. Within these downloads is a dose of courage to take action where needed, or to not take action where not needed. To understand when it is time to be, to understand when it is time to create, to understand when it is time to surrender and receive deeply. And your spirit communicates that as such, there is nothing wrong with distractions. They are experiences as well. However, they are not the experiences you prefer to choose. They are not going to offer you the highest potential timeline that you have laid out for yourself from the spirit realms as you came down here on your starseed mission. So in that sense, the distractions are not your preferred choices. They are not the highest versions of your timelines. And so it is important to understand that you need not worry about getting stuck in distractions or getting sidetracked. However, you have all the capability and the skill set and the gifts and the information and the intuition present to not get caught up in, stuck in, sidetracked by. So follow your spirit's lead, for this will bring you where you deeply want to go, want to be, want to create from. And not to be afraid of all of these other things, because Spirit will guide you through joy, clarity, focus, excitement, high frequency energies, not drive you by fear, worry, of missing out, of making mistakes. That is not Spirit-driven energy. But the energies of focus, being courageous, brave, moving through things when they need to be moved through as initiations, that is Spirit-driven energy. And you will clearly understand the difference when you tune in and listen to the clear voices in your heart and your higher mind and from your support teams and all the signals around you. 75% complete for this phase 1 download. Some of you will experience shaking-like energy as these downloads filter through your energy bodies. Others will be getting very sleepy. Try to remain conscious so you receive all elements of this transmission, the Mars emissaries explain. They are holding space for you through the Merkaba temple. As a side note, they add that the Merkaba temple is experienced differently by each and every one of you. Some of you are on soft, lush grass in a nature scene. Others are in a high-tech, platinum, silver environment. Others are in pastel-colored environments with beautiful furniture. Allow yourself to have the journey that is yours to have, your unique journey. For it is part of creating the environment that best suits you to receive these downloads in the highest potential way. 85% complete. Through the core of Gaia to the core of Mars. The final phase of your downloads are being brought up by your spirit, assisting you to ground these deeply now. Receive them through your lower chakras. And they gently are sealed up with a clockwise motion through your multidimensional field. Breathe these deeply up to Source, down to Gaia. Up to Source, down to Gaia, and one more time up to Source and down to Gaia. Grounding these slipstream transmissional energies deeply.
Moving into the next phase now. Allow yourself to lay back comfortably. Feel supported, held, loved. Filled. The Mars emissaries that surround all in this space are now coming forward to you. Each of you have 2 or 3 of these beings that will support you. These emissaries that are offering to lift patterns, limiting belief systems, habits, ways that in the past on Earth you have been distracted. You have allowed yourself to trip up and get stuck and not allow the slipstream of flow for your highest timeline. So calling to all of these parts in you now. You do not need to know them mentally. Intend like a magnet for them to start shifting, shaking in your field and moving up to the surface and out, and offering them up for the emissaries to lift them from your field. They say this does not mean that you will not trip up possibly and land in these similar distractions. However, the previous times will be cleaned up, so it will be easier for you to remember. It will be easier for you to stay focused. It will be easier to have clarity in these moments of choice, because it is a choice to experience the distraction, the comfort of being in a place that you know well, or choosing the slipstream, the higher frequency, higher timeline that your presence is guiding you towards. So again, allowing, surrendering up these parts in you. Beliefs, thoughts, programs, patterns, family timelines, ancestral deep DNA patterning, lifting, shifting. Deeply into your DNA and RNA, just allowing deep cleansing of your field as these layers are lifted. Particles literally lifting from your field. Again, trusting, surrendering, you'll be supported. You are letting go of the old. You are letting go of thick particles that have been stuck in the grooves of your slipstream, energetic rivers, your flow. Breathe and let go. Breathe and hand them over. Allow them to be transmuted back to universal love energy. Dig deeper, they say. Feel the shift deeper down. Any parts you may have hidden from yourself, habits, behaviors, programs, beliefs that have kept you safe or thought to be kept safe, allowing them to shift, to lift, and hand them over now, if you choose. Some of you will be feeling extra light. The joy and freedom can fill these spaces. Empowerment can fill these spaces that were held in dense, thick heaviness of ways that weren't truly you. So the lightness of being is quite powerful. Some of you are already complete with this phase. You may play with this new lighter body. And some of you need to dig that little bit deeper again, loosening those thicker areas, structures that you feel hold you together. The Mars emissaries are activating a little bit of extra support with an energetic frequency that will buzz through these if you choose it. Ask now if you really want these to shift. It is like old dust accumulated, becoming a type of energetic cement in your field. Ask now for these to be broken up, vibrated open and lifted, shifted out. Hand them over. Lighten up. Free these areas in your field to allow your flow. Some of you are flying, doing backflips, flowing, floating. Enjoy this feeling of lightness. You are enlightening your bodies. Remember this in those times of choice. The comfort choice or the highest timeline choice, which in the end will be deeply comforting and fulfilling. The joy, the purity, the higher frequency. To fly, you need lightness. To flow, we need to allow all of these particles to lift. 90% complete for those of you who still have a little bit more to let go of. Sweeping, vacuuming, asking for these to be deeply shifted now if you choose it. The Mars emissary is calling those back who are playfully experiencing their light bodies. They will now infuse a frequency to seal these areas with energetic support, with love, with light, wisdom. So the reminder is there to keep these open and free and clean, which will help in your clarity when those choices come up, distraction or flow. Taking some deep breaths, anchoring this divine energy down through the center of Mars, through to the center of Gaia. And then breathing up again to Source. Breathing up and down your pillar. Feel this joy, this support, this nurturing you have received. This enlightening experience.
And with a smile from your spirit and an excited energy from the Mars emissaries, yet another phase in this Slipstream download is brought to you. This will bring up mixed energies for each and every one of you. Some will be very excited and others might be slightly apprehensive. Your spirit and the Mars emissaries will bring forth to you now the third phase. And this is a download of the turbo function. For those of you that are ready, you will know when and how deeply to activate this turbo. You can utilize, for instance, 10% of it, or 50%, or all of it, 100%. You will be guided clearly when you are ready. And when you feel you are deeply in the slipstream of your spirit and everything is lined up, this is when you activate and utilize this turbo download, this turbo function. What it will do is it will allow you to accelerate timelines. It will allow you to bring more power in the direction you are going. It will allow you to more instantly manifest. And it will only work when you are deeply, clearly aligned with the slipstream from your spirit. It will be very powerful. For some of you, you will be able to use it straight away after today's session, transmission. For others, this moment will come further down the track. But the functionality will be downloaded to you in 3, 2, 1, now. Your spirit and the Mars emissaries explain this is quite a technical functionality within your field. It is connected to timelines, to linear time on Earth, to Merkaba structures, sacred geometrical patternings, and many other things. But what is most important, your spirit explains, is how it will work for you when you need it. For some of you, this download may feel like adding mods to your pillar, apps to your phone. Extensions to your car or vehicle. For some, it will feel cool and cold in temperature. For others, very heated. For others, electrifying. And for others, wave-like energetics. It will depend on your unique energetic signature and how you manifest in your earthly world. Breathe through all of these dynamics, and again, your experience will be very unique to you. All is in perfect alignment as guided by your spirit, and the Mars emissaries are supporting this deeply so that all flows perfectly in alignment for your multidimensional energy bodies and the probabilities of the timelines based on your choice patternings. Deep surrender into receiving now. Now that goes for those of you that are overexcited and those of you that are apprehensive. Deep surrender into your core now as you receive. Your spirit smiles. Some of you are wondering, when can I use this functionality? I want it now. And others are worried. They will not know when or how to use it. You will be very, very clearly guided how to use it, when to use it, and when it is time. And it is fully under your control, for you can turn it on a little bit or all the way. It is like using the gas pedal in your car. You can accelerate just a little bit or a lot. And again, you will be clearly guided, not by your personality, but through spiritual guidance from your support teams and your presence. It is not just applicable to your doings, your projects, but your mission overall. Counterintuitively, you can also accelerate your beingness, your creativity, your wisdom downloads, your inner child, divine inner child, joy expression. So the acceleration is not just in the doing and the timeline of projects, but in all elements: divine feminine, divine masculine, divine inner child. This turbo function will now become a permanent part of you, and it is your choice when and how to utilize it. Some of you will never utilize it. Others will utilize it a lot. Simply trust your journey will be very guided. 70% complete now for this download. The added benefit of this particular energetic turbo download is that grace and ease and synchronicity are automatically included. So there is no forcing energy, no over revving or overpowering of it, no stickiness to it. It flows and always will flow in the highest potential way for each situation. And it will simply not function for you if you are not aligned within the slipstream of your spiritual path, your highest potential timeline, and are on mission. It will not function for you then. And if you are guided to utilize it, but you are not in this flow, it will be personality driven. But again, all of you will and are capable of receiving this guidance clearly, so handing over any worries or fears to your teams now. %90 complete now. Deep breaths up and down your pillar to receive the final part of this download. For some, this may feel uncomfortable. For others, it will be very natural straight away. Allow it to merge with you very gracefully, easily, joyously, comfortably. And the Crystal Masters assist in grounding this technology for you, this energetic technology, through the placement of crystals at the core of each of your 12 primary chakras, which are a core part of this functionality within your multidimensional field. Deeply breathing up and down your pillar now as this download is sealed up.
The Mars emissaries want to honor you and thank you for receiving, participating in this download transmission today. Connecting with them now in gratitude for their assistance and support. As now the spherical Merkaba is reactivated for travel back to the God Presence Communion Temple. We say our thanks to the Crystal Masters, the Mars emissaries, all involved with this beautiful transmission and download today, cleansing, as we now travel back to the God Presence Communion Temple. As we travel, acknowledge and feel the change within your system, the lightness, freedom of space within. Your threshold of peace is now heightened. You can hold peace and grace in more situations, and therefore choose with clarity, with ease, in these moments of flowing through your presence, slipstream, continually aligning and realigning with your flow. As we now arrive in the God Presence Communion Temple, settling in your energies, letting go of your connection, your pillar through the Mars heart, and bringing it now back from Source, through your energy bodies to Earth, through Mother Earth's heart, breathing up and down your pillar while you settle into the God Presence Communion Temple. The Mars emissaries that traveled back with us in the spherical Merkaba would like to share with you the crystal in the center of the temple here has also downloaded the information, the mods, the extra frequencies you have anchored in your field. It is a library of your experience today. So connecting with the crystal, breathing up and down your pillar, giving and receiving. And they say you can come back to this temple to reconnect with these energies if you need extra support for clarity in these moments of choice, for clarity in these moments where you are pulled via emotion or via the lower mind, creating disharmony in your system and difficulty in choosing to come and sit in the God Presence Communion Temple, in your pillar, and asking for guidance, asking for the Mars emissaries to support you, to remember your slipstream flow, to remember to cleanse and let go of old patternings and ways, to remember your turbo abilities of creation, of being, of doing, of manifestation. Breathing up and down your pillar as we now ask for all this energy work to be sealed and to integrate with ease and grace. To anchor into Mother Earth's heart for all who are ready and willing to receive can activate this within their field if they so choose. Now coming back into your here and now, into your physical body, into the room you are in. As we thank all the teams, Mother Gaia, Mars, the Mars emissaries, angels, archangels, ascended masters, crystal masters, our presences and guides. Give deep thanks to all who continually support our expansion, our growth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Hold powerfully with clarity your choices, and know deeply you are supported with every step you take.